afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. It's good to be with you all again. I know we've been off our sessions for the last 2 weeks, preparing for the back to school program. And so I'm sure that a lot of you are back to school, or maybe will be back to school next week. Just want to wish you the best of the school year. And I know there are different arrangements, different depending on the school district that you're going to or that your child is going to. And I know for us here, we started last week, and we had to take 3 days off because of the Hurricane Maria or Laura. And so we're back again, and a lot of us are online. And so we're back with our free sessions. And this time around, we would like to be able to help you with assignments. If you have any questions about your homework, we're going to be able to help you. We still have our 5,000 students for math campaign going on, and we still have our friends from Smith and Burgess helping us. So today will be one of those sessions. You can join us on Zoom as well. And but if you don't want to join through Zoom and you just want to participate in the class or in the session via YouTube, Facebook, and Periscope, you're also welcome to do that. We're streaming it live as well. I just want to also let you know that in addition to our free sessions, because we know that in the free sessions you have more students, we're also having something more scaled down in terms of the number of students. We're going to be having, as you can see on the screen, we're going to be having much smaller groups, and those are we're going to also have one-on-one. We have semi-private, and when we say semi-private, we're talking about 2 or 3 students that are learning together, and we have smaller groups as well. And so if you sign up today, you'll be getting an instant discount. So you can go ahead to our website, mathis.com, and sign up or fill out the contact form, and we'll be happy to reach out to you to provide you with the discount information. And we are going to be helping you this semester and most likely this school year with your math, and also with with your science, with your English and reading. We have the SAT, the ACT, and the PSATs also. So we're looking forward to that. And in a few minutes, we'll send you over to the Zoom session where the class will be starting in a few minutes. So please let us know if there's any way we can help you. Remember, we're here. Our goal is to really help the students. We want to help 5,000 students become successful in their math. If they are not doing too well, we want to get them comfortable. If they're doing well, we want to help them get better. And if they're doing really great, we want to challenge them so they can become experts at what they're learning in math. And so we look forward to partnering with you, students, and also partnering with your parents to help you accomplish these goals. And so that's pretty much wanted to share that with you before we take you over to the Zoom session where we're going to have 2 hours. And the first hour is going to be 5th and 6th graders. And so it's going to be exclusively topics for 5th and 6th graders. And then we have the next hour is going to be 3rd and 4th graders. So if you're in the 5th grade or the 6th grade, or you're going to the 5th grade or going to the 6th grade, the first hour, which is 4 p.m. Central to 5 p.m. Central, is going to be for you. We're going to only focus on topics that are relevant to you. And also, it gives you an opportunity to ask the tutors, the facilitators of that session, questions that are very particular to what you need to know or what you are interested in learning. I know for those that are going to school online, you may be dealing with topics that, with the online school, it may not be as easy for you. So you're going to have an opportunity to ask direct questions and specific questions so you can get all your questions answered. So that is for students from the 5th and 6th grades. And then at 5 p.m. Central, we're going to have 3rd and 4th graders. It's going to be 1 hour for each of the sessions, and look forward to you all having a great, successful school year, starting from a great, successful semester. So we're going to continue this just to help students that need the additional help. But if you want more focused help, if you want something more focused on you and not other students, you can always contact us for the private one-on-one sessions. Or if you have a friend that you would like to learn with outside of the group that is in the free session, you can also reach out to us, and that will be your semi-private sessions. And so we're looking forward to enjoying success with you all and being a part of the success that you will accomplish this school year and this semester. So I'm going to check on the Zoom session, make sure that they're ready, and then we'll go ahead and send this over to Zoom.
So we're missing number, the 10% of 80. What would be the missing number right here? Let's see if there's an answer. Right now we will get answer to the chat box.
No, I don't see anything. No.
So let's solve this problem. So we have a 10% times the 50. So that would be the 10 over 100 times 50. We have this zero cancel out, and this zero cancel out. So then 5 times 1, that will be just a 5. 5 will be the answer will be the C. Okay, let's move to the new one. So we have to find the missing number. We have 30% of 30. Let's see if we can get some answers for this one. So let's solve this problem. So we have 30%, 30% of 30. That will be 30 by 100. 30. The answer will be 9. So C is the right answer. Let's move to the next problem. So we have to find the missing number right here. And we have a 50% of something that is equal to 20. So we have a 50% of something. Let's see, that will be y 20. That means we have a 50 over 100 y 20 so 50% of something that is 1 over 2, and y is 1 over 2, 20 times 2, that will be 40. So the missing number will be 40, so the answer will be B. Let's move to the new one. So we have to find the missing number right here. Some percentage of 80 equal to 60. So we have to find the missing percentage. Let's see right here. So we have some percentage, then let's see that will be the X% of 80 equal to 60. So we have to find out what's the X% is. X over 100 times 80 equal to 60 right here. These two and these two cancel out. That is 4. It is 5 right here. So X will be 60 times the 5 over 4. Two, this is 30. 1, this is 15. So that will be 15 times 5 will be 'X' will be the 75. So our answer is gonna be 75%. So A is the right answer. So 75% of 80 is equal to 60. Let's move to the new one. Yes, we have to find the missing number. So what percentage of 100 is equal to 25? We have to get them percentage. Let's see who gets some answer for this one. We're getting some answer. A, B, 25% of 100 equal to 25, or 50%, or 80%, or 100%. You get some answer over here? Okay, let's see. We have some percent of 100 equal to 25. So what percentage of 100 is equal to 25? Okay, let's solve this problem right here. So let's see the 50%. So the 50% of 100 of hundreds is gonna be how much? 50% of 100 is gonna be 50. So so B is not the right answer. Let's see the 80% of 100. We do the 80% of 100. Is 80. So C is not the right answer. Let's see 25%. So we have a 25%. 25% of 100 is equal to this cancel out, so 25. So A is the right answer. Let's do the similar problem. So we have to find the missing number. So what percentage of 50 is equal to 30? So we have answer 25%, 50%, 60%, and 100%. So we have to find the missing percentage right here. So do we have an answer? So let's see if we can increase this. Let's see if we can see the numbers. So we have to find the missing number right here. Okay, looks like we have some answer. Let's see. We have something of some percentage of 50 is equal to 30. So we have to use that. Let's use the 25A. So if we use A, 25% of 50, they were going to give us one, so two. They're going to give us 12.5. So our number is 30, so that number doesn't match. Let's do the other one. Let's do the B one. So the B, let's see if we use a 50%, 50% of 50, what's that number give us? 2, this 1, there will be 50 by 25, there will be 25. So B is not the right answer, A is not the right answer. Let's do the C. The C is the right answer. So 60% of 50. So what's that number gonna be? So this is 2, and 60 over 20 will be 30. So 60% of the 50 gonna give us the right answer. So C is the right answer. So our answer gonna be C. C is the right answer for this one. Let's do the new one. Okay, we have to find the missing number. So we have the 100% of 20 is equal to what? So we have answer right here. A is 2000. We have answer B 20%. Answer C 20. Answer D 20,000. Let's see what the answer of B is going to be. So 100% of 20. Does anyone have any answer? A, B, C, or D? So we have to find what is the 100% of 20. Okay, let's solve this problem right here. So 100% of 20. That means the 100 over 100 times 20. Cancel out, so the answer is going to be 20. So 100% of something is always going to be the same number. So the C is the right answer. Let's see why B is not the right answer. So we're trying to find the number right here. So 100% of 20 is equal to what? So this number is going to be only numbers, not going to be percentage. So 20 is the right answer. So C is the right answer. Let's do the similar problem. So we have to find the number right here. 150% of 60 is equal to what number? So we have answer A is 900. We have answer B is 9. Answer C is 900. And we have answer D 90. Then one of them is going to be, this one is a percentage. So answer A is a 900%, B is a 9, C is a 900, and D is a 90%. So we have an answer D as an answer. Let's see what's this number gonna be. So we have 150% of 60. So we have this zero and this zero cancel out, and this zero and this zero cancel out. So we have a 15 times 6. Okay, so 90 is the right answer. So D is the right answer for this one. So the missing number will be D, 90, right here. Okay, let's move to the similar problem. So we have to get the, what's the missing number right here? So 1 over 4 equal to what percentage? So we have 4 answer right here. So answer A is 4%, B is 1%, C is 0.25%, and D is 25%. What's this number right here? 1 over 4 equal to what percentage? So 1/4 equal to what percentage? Okay, we get answer D. Let's see what is the right answer. So we have a 1 over 4. We have to convert that into percentage. So 1 over 4 with percentage, we have to multiply by 100. This is 25. So that is equal to 25%. So D is the right answer. Okay, let's move to the new one. So if 100% of of a number is 15, then what is the 50% of number? So there is one number. The 100% of that number is 15. Then what's the 50% of that number? So we have an answer. A is a 7.5. We have a B as a 50. C is a 5,000. And D is a 50. So what is that number? What is the 50% of that number? So we have to get that 50% of that numbers. So we have a A. Okay, let's see if A is the right answer. So we have 100% of the numbers is 15. That means that number is, let's say that number is X. If the 100% of X is 15, then that number is 15. Now, we gotta know what is the 50% of this number. And 50% of this number is gonna be 50% of 15 gonna be just half of that. That is 7.5. So A is the right answer. Let's move to the new one. So if 10% of our number is 7, then what is the 80% of that numbers? So we have answer D. Let's see if the D is the right answer. So we have A is 70, B is 56, C is 5,600, and D is 0.7. So we have a number. 10% of the number is 7. That means the number is the n. Then 10% of that number is 7. Then this cancel out. That number is 7 times 10. So that number is 70. Now we have to find what is the 80% of that. Okay. The n is 70. Now we have to find what's the 80% of 70. So 80% of 70, that number is equal to this cancel, and this zero cancel. So we have 56. So that means B is the right answer. So 56 is the right answer. So D is not the right answer on this one. Let's see the similar problem. George bought a car at $5,000 and sold it at 5,500. So what benefit in percentage did he make? So how much percentage in profit he made? So we have A is a 500%, B is a 10%, C is a 5,000%, and D is a 5%. So how much benefit he make in percentage? So we have D. Let's see if the D is the right answer. So he bought the car at $5,000, and he sold it at $5,500. So how much benefit he made? So that would be, so he made, how much money he made on that one is a 5,500 minus 5,000. So that would be, he made $500. So we have to convert that $500 into percentage. Okay. So in percentage is so he made a $500 profit, and the cost of the car was 5,000, and you have to convert that into percentage. So 100. You, this zero and this zero cancel out, and this is 500 and this is 500 cancel out. So we have so so one right here. So 1 times 10 is gonna be 10%. So he made a 10% profit. The right answer gonna be B. So B is the right answer for this one. He made a 10% profit. Let's do the similar problem. So if 20% of yen is equal to 40, then what is the n? So we need to get the value of the n. So 20% of that is equal to 40. Then what's the value of yen? So we have answer A is a 200, B is a 2,000, C is a 800, and D is a 80. So 20% of this number is equal to 40. So what is that numbers? And okay, we got A. Let's see if A is the right answer. So we have a 20% of something. 20% of so this 0 and this 0 cancel out, and this is 1, this is 5. That means n is equal to 40 times 5. That means n equal to so the n equal to 200. So A is the right answer. Okay, let's move to the new one. So this one gonna be pretty simple. So what percent of 1 hour is 15 minutes? So we have to find the answer. So that'll be A is a 50%, B is a 15, C is a 75, and D is a 25. So what percent of 1 hour is equal to 15 minutes? So in 1 hour, we have 60 minutes. So 50 minutes is equal to what percent? Okay, we get C. Let's see if the C is the right answer. Okay, so we have to get a 15 minutes into 1 hour. In 1 hour is what percent? But to convert into percentage, we have to multiply by 100. So in 1 hour, we have a 60 minutes times 100. Okay. this zero and this zero cancel out. And 6, 3, and this is 5. This is 1, 5, and we have 5 times 5 percentage. So there will be 25%. So 25% of 1 hour is equal to 15 minutes. So our answer gonna be D is the right answer. D is the right answer.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining us for the evening session. I know for the summer we're doing that mostly in the afternoon, but because of school, we have moved our sessions to the evening. There will be 4 p.m. Central, and for the days we have two sessions, we'll have one at 4 p.m. Central and one at 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. We just finished our session for the 5th and 6th graders, and we'll be picking up on the 3rd and 4th graders starting up soon, and the sessions are going to be on Zoom. So expect to be connected to Zoom shortly. But if you're interested in joining through Zoom, one of the reasons why we're doing the Zoom sessions is so that you can have direct contact with the tutors. So if you would like to join through Zoom as well, we can send you the Zoom connection information so you can actually get connected with the tutor and you can ask your questions directly. So this is for 3rd and 4th graders, and this is our free session. But for those that want more personalized sessions for yourself or for your children, here we have a program going on right now, and this is for our new school year. And we know that we have some students are going hybrid this time around, and they may need some additional help. And so we're going to be offering sessions. There are going to be one-on-one sessions available. We have what we call semi-private, which is it's another way of saying a really small group. The groups will not be more than two or three students. The maximum is actually 3 students on those groups. And if you want something a little bit bigger than that, we'll also be able to offer that to you. And our semi-private and small group sessions have to be students learning exactly the same thing. So if we're not going to mix students that are in grade 1 with students in grade 2, we're going to have just grade 2 students, or we're going to have algebra 1 students. And so we're not going to do any mixing. It's just going to be specific to the needs of all the students, because we want to make sure that they get the maximum benefit from their tutoring sessions. So those are available right now, and you can call today for instant discounts. You can fill out your application form, or you can send us some information through the contact us form on mathease.com. And you can contact us through our email as well. So if you have any questions about this program, let us know, and let us know how we can help you. It will be happy to answer any questions you may have about the program. And we'll be connecting you with the class really soon. So please be patient as we get that going. As we start the classes, like I said earlier, if you would like to be connected to the Zoom session directly, let us know. We'll send the Zoom information to you so that you can connect to the class directly. Otherwise, this will be available on YouTube, Facebook, and also on Periscope. And Periscope you can get to through our Twitter handle at MathEaseTutors. And so let's get you connected to the class right away.
Okay, so to the people who just got into this session, we're going to do long division today. The first problem is you're basically dividing 108 by 3. So I'm setting up the problem right now. You take the big number, 108, whatever you're dividing, into this box, and then you divide it with your divisor, the small number, which is 3 in this case, and then trying to solve like how many 3s can we fit in 108, just the quotient. Give you guys like another minute to try to solve it on your own. After that, we can, I'll go and solve it for you guys, and we can go over if you have any problems. Don't hesitate to ask. We're here to help you guys learn. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and start this problem, and then I can give you guys another problem to work on this, just like this. So, to start this problem, you look into your box and look at the first number. If you can fit a 3 in the first number, which in this case you can't do it because 3 is bigger than 1. So you move it to the next number, so now you have 10 instead of just 1. And if that's bigger than 3, which is this left number here on the side, then you can go ahead and start your own division. You can put like an imaginary line here and pretend that 8 isn't there. So now you're only looking at 3 and 10, which should make it slightly easier for you guys. So now you look at these two numbers. So how many 3s can you get into 10? So you can do your multiplication table to see what is the closest number you can get to 10. So 3 times 1 is 3, 3 times 2 is 6, 3 times 3 is 9, and then 3 times 4 is 12. So now at this point, this number is bigger than 10, so that's not good. But this one, you can use it since 9 is more than 10. So now you can say, you can fit 3 and 10. So you do 3 times 3, so that's 9. And then you subtract it from like this big number that you have in the box. So now you have 10 minus 9 is 1. Can you fit any more 3s into 1? That's enough. So now you bring down this other number that you left before. So bring it down, so now it's 8. And so now you're trying to see how many 3s you can put into 18. So how many times can you divide, how many 3s can fit in, how many groups of 3s can you have into 18? So now we can go back to your multiplication table. So we ended with 4. We can still keep on going until we hit 18. So you do 3 times 5 is 15. And then you do 3 times 6 is 18. So that matches this one, this one. So now you can say 6. So you can do 6 multiplied by 3 is 18. And then you subtract it from this. So 18 minus 18 is 0. So now, once you end up with 0, that means you're done. So 108, so basically you're saying that 108 divided by 3 is 36. So your quotient is 36, the answer is 36. Does that make sense? Do you guys have any questions? Okay, if you don't have any questions, I'm gonna move to the next question, which is very similar to this one. So, let me just make this bigger. There. It's the same problem as before, just different numbers. So, what is 198 divided by 9? So, you can write that like this. Sorry. $198 divided by 9, or you can use the box, which is how you do the long division. I can write it up for you guys. So it's 1, let's just do this. You guys can go ahead and start doing the problem if you know how to start it. So it's 198. Put the bigger one inside the box, and then you put the smaller one, which is 9, outside of the box. I'll give you guys like 2 minutes to solve it, and then we can go through it together. If you have any questions, just go ask them so we can help you. I'll give you guys another minute to try to solve it, and then we can go through it together and try it. Okay, let's start. So again, we go and look at the big number inside the box. Look at the first number. If it's bigger than your divisor, which is the one on the left, the one outside the box. So 1, so your first number is 1, and that's definitely smaller than 9. So you can go ahead and move to the second number, 19, and see if that's bigger than your 9. So 19 is definitely bigger than 9, so we only look at that. put an imaginary line and separate it from the rest of your number, and then start dividing. So how many 9s can you fit into 19? You can start doing your multiplication tables again. So 9 times 1 is 9. 9 times 2 is 18. And then 9 times 3 is 27. So by the time you get to the third one, that 27 is bigger than 19, so you can say like, hey, that's wrong, you can't use that. But instead you use this one, because that 18 is still smaller than your 19, so it works. So that means you can get 2 9s into 19. So you do 2. Then you do your small multiplication here. So you do 2 times 9 is 18. And then you subtract that from your original number. And so 19 minus 18 is 1. That's 1. And then, can you fit any more 9s into this 1? You can, because it's smaller. So now you bring down the rest of your number, which is this one, which is 8. Bring it down. Now you have 18. Everyone still following? If you have any questions, you can ask them. So now we do the same process over again. How many 9s can you fit into 18? Or how many groups of 9 can you fit into 18? So if you look at the multiplication table again here on the side, so you have 18, which makes it kind of easy because you know that 9 times 2 is 18 from here. So now you say, you can have 2. So that's 2 times 9 is 18 again. You do 18 minus 18, that gives you 0. So now you say that 198 divided by 9 is 22. So that's your answer. Does it still make sense? Do you guys have any questions? If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. You can ask us. You can put it in the comments. So, okay. If you don't have any questions, we'll move on to the next one, which is kind of the same. Okay, so now we have this number that we need to figure. There. So here. This is kind of the same, but now you have remainders. So now what are remainders? It's basically if this bigger number you can't divide equally by this, you have a leftover. That's what a remainder is. So there's something that you can divide by 3. We can go ahead and try to do this. If I'm going to start doing this, and then the next problem is the same thing. We can go over that together. So for this, you set up your problem the same way as before. So you write the big number inside the box, which is 40 in this case. And then you put your box in, and then you put the smaller number, you put the bigger number 40 in the box, and the smaller number 3 you put on the left side outside of your box. Okay. Right? So now I'm gonna start doing the problem, then we can do the next one together. So looking at this, we're looking at the first number again. If this one is bigger than your divisor, which in this case it is, since 4 is greater than 3. So you're going to put your imaginary line to separate it from the other numbers in your dividend. Okay. So you go ahead and do the multiplication table again, which should be easy because it's vector. So you do 3 times 1 is 3, and then you do the next one, 3 times 2 is 6. So now looking at this, we know that the second one won't work because this is a 6 and we only have 4. So we have to go lower than that, which is this one. 3 times 1 is 3. So you do 1, and then you do your small multiplication. So it's 1 times 3, and you have 3. Then subtract it. So that's 4 minus 3 is 1. So can you have any more 3s than this one? You can't. So now you bring down this other number again. So we have 0. So now you have 10. So how many 3s can you fit into 10? So we can go and continue our multiplication table here inside. So 3 times 3 is 9. And then 3 times 4 is 12. So now you know that that won't work because 12 is bigger than 10. So we go to the one before that, which is 9. So we do 3 times 3 is 9. So that's smaller than 10, so it works. So now you say 3. So we do 3 times 3 is 9 from this side of your multiplication table. So we do 9 minus. So you do 10 minus 9 is 1. Right? So now can you fit any more 3s into your 1? You can, because 3 is bigger. But now you don't have any more numbers to bring down. So this is what's called a remainder. So that's your remainder. So you can't divide it equally. So that means if you divide 40 by 3, you get 13 with a remainder of 1. That just means remainder, which is this word. So that's something that is what we're learning for long division. That's for things that you can't divide equally. Since 1, which is the leftover, is bigger than your divisor. You guys have any questions? If not, we can go over to the next question, which is the same one as this, with just different numbers. So you should be familiar with it. So we go on to the next one. It's the same thing, but just different numbers for your dividend and divisor. I'm going to give you guys 2 minutes to solve for it, and then we can go over it together. Okay, let's go through it together. Okay, so we go again and then write our big number, which is 131. And then put it in the box. And then you put the smaller one, 6, on the left side of the box, outside of your box. Okay. So now we look at the numbers inside the box again. So the first number is a 1. Is that bigger than your 6, choose the 5 there? Nope, you can't have any 6 into 1 because that's the smallest number you can have here. So you go to the next one, so now you have another 3 in the side, so now it's 13. Is that bigger than your 6? Yes, it is. And so we put our imaginary line here, separate it from the ones that we don't want to look at right now. So from here, what we do next is our multiplication table. So you do 6 times 1, which is 6, sorry. And then we can still keep on going, right? Because 6 and 13, like, that's still smaller than 13. So we do 6 times 2 is 12. And then we can go one more. 6 times 3 is 18. So now this 18 is bigger than your 13, so that can't work. You need to go to the one below it. So we go to the 12. So we can say that you can fit 2 6s into this number 13. So you do 2. And then you do your small multiplication. So I do 2 times 6 is 12. And then you subtract it from your bigger number inside the box, so it's 13. So 13 minus 12 is 1, right? So can you fit any 6s into this one? No, you can't, because it's smaller. So now you have to bring down your other number again, which is this one. Bring it down, so now you have 11. So to look at the table again, if you use the second one, just this one, you can't do that because this 12 is bigger than 11, so that doesn't work. So now we have to use the smaller one, go one step lower, which is the 6 times 1 instead, because 6 is smaller than your 11. So now we put 1 here, and then you do your multiplication again. So 1 times 6 is 6. You subtract it from whatever is left from your box number. So that's 11. Now you do 11 minus 6 is 5. So can you put any more 6s into 5? Nope, because this is smaller. So you stop there because you have nothing here. Like, you can't bring down any other number. So now I can say that 131 divided by 6 is 21 with a remainder of 5. So yeah, I see Jaden is right. Good job, Jaden. There. So that's your long division with remainder. So now we move on to the next question. Do you guys have any questions before I move on? Is it too slow or too fast? Or if this is okay? If not, we can move on to the next one. So this one. So this one isn't long division, but it's like a brain teaser, which is nice once in a while. So I'll read the question and then I'll give you guys a couple of minutes to solve it, and then we can go through it together. So I'm gonna read it. So basically it's a mystery number. You have to figure out what the number is based on the clues that you're given. So it's 7. The second clue is the sum of 9 digits is 8, right? What number am I? So you have to figure out what number you are, like what number is the mystery number. Give you guys 2 minutes to solve it. It's not long division, but it's just, something to like, tickle your brain, I guess. Give you guys 2 minutes to solve it. If you have any questions, you can ask me or James. We're going to send it through YouTube or Zoom, whatever you're using. I am going to do word problems for long division after this one, so you guys should stay put. We'll go through that in a bit. Does anyone have a guess? I see Jaden has 35. Let's see if that's right. So, okay, let's start. Your first clue says that the mystery number is less than 40. So far Jaden's right. This thing. It says all the numbers that are 40 or lower, so that satisfies your first clue. That it should be less than 40, so that's it. So that's the first one. The second one is one of my factors is 7. So what that means is your number should be divisible by 7. So it should be in the multiplication table 7, basically. That's the easiest way to say it. So we can list down what the multiplication table for 7 would be. That is less than 40. So let's start with 7 times 1 is 7. 7 times 2 is 14. 7 times 3 is 21. 7 times 4 is 28. 7 times 5 is 35. And then 7 times 6 is 42. I'm going to stop here because we know that your mystery number is less than 40. You stop at 40. So now you know that it's got to be below this. it should be lower than this one at the bottom that you have, right? So we use this first clue, which is less than 40. We use the second clue is 1 of my factors 7, which means the mystery number is either 7, 14, 21, 28, and 35. So that eliminates a lot from your choices because we're only left with these 5 numbers. So I'm just gonna go ahead and delete the ones that we don't really need. So the first one's 7, so I'm just gonna delete everything that we don't need. There. Then delete this one. Next one's 14. So just delete this. Next one's 21. I can delete this whole block right here. Next one is 28. Oh. So we delete everything between 21 and 28 because we know that that's not right. And then the next one is 35. Let me delete this. Yeah, just erase these. And then these are not included either because they're not divisible by 7. So now you only have 5. So out of that 40 numbers, now you have 5. So use this one. And then the last clue is the sum of the mystery number's digits is 8. So now we look at all of these. So 7, that's not even, it's lower than 8. So we know that that's not right. So I'm just going to delete that because that's wrong. The next one is 14. So what are the sums of the digits of 14? So it's 1 plus 4 is 5. So, that's not right because that's not 8. So let's just go ahead and delete that. The next number is 21. So we do it again. 2 plus 1 because the sum of the digits. Because we're looking at the sum of the digits, so 2 plus 1 is 3. That's not right either. So that's not right. 28. You do 2 plus 8 is 10. So that's still not right because we're looking for 8. That's not right. So the last number is 35. So we do 3 plus 5 is 8, which matches our last clue. That's right. So the mystery number is 35. So Jaden, yep, you're right. It is 35. Good job. Okay. Let's go ahead and if you have any questions, you can go ask them now or later, whichever is easiest for you. If there are no questions, I'm going to move on to long division word problems. So here is the first question. Okay, I'm going to read it, and then I'm going to give you guys a couple minutes to try to solve it, and then we can go over it together, and then try to look for the answer. Northwest Middle School is going on a field trip. The school rented 9 buses for the 288 students that are going. How many students will there be in each bus? So you have the middle school, Northwest Middle School, going to a field trip. You have 288 students that are going to the field trip, and they have 9 buses. So how many kids can you fit into the 9 buses? They're trying to divide it equally. Don't have any remainders for this one. They should be divisible by 9. So I'm going to give you guys 2 minutes to try to solve it, and then we're going to have another problem similar to this. So I'll give you guys 2 minutes. In 5:47, we can try, 5:48, we can try and solve this together. 30 seconds. We'll try to solve this together. If you guys have any guesses, you can go ahead and let me know. Okay, so let's do this again. So the key things here is you try to find where your dividend and your divisors are. So dividend would be the bigger one, so which is the 288. So the dividend, the bigger one, goes inside the box. And then you look for the other number, which is 9, this one, the divisor that goes outside of the box on the left side. So what this is saying is you have 288 students, and then you want to put them, group them into the 9 buses. So asking how many students can fit into each bus. So we start by writing the big number of the dividend inside the box. So 288. You put your box in. And then you put your divisor, 9, and the left side outside your box. So that's how you start the problem. So now we go look into the number inside the box again. So the first one is 82. So can you fit a 9, 2? That's a no, that's the wrong number. So now you go ahead and look at the next number right next to the number 2, which is 8 in this case. So now 28. 28 is bigger than 9. So that works. You can go ahead and start writing your imaginary line. So it's this one. And then you can try to not look at this one, so it makes it easier for you to imagine it. And then we'll use that later again. So for this one, how many 9s can you fit into 28? So now we start to use again the your multiplication table. I'm going to put this inside. So we do 9 times 1 is 9. Go down. 9 times 2 is 18. 9 times 3 is 27. And then 9 times 4 is 36. So we stop here because this 36 is now bigger than your 28. So you want to use the one before that, which is this one, 27. So now 27 is smaller than 28, so that works. So you can say that you can fit 3 9 into 28. So you do 3. Then you do your small multiplication. So you do 3 times 9 is 27. And then you subtract it from your big number. So you do 28 minus 27 is 1. Yeah, sorry. Anyway, and then you bring down 8, which is this number. So this is a 1 that's smaller. Let me do it, sorry. There you go. So now you have this 1, and that's smaller than your 9. So now you bring down this number 8, the one that's left. So you bring it down, so now you have 18. And then you're trying to see how many 9s you can fit into 18. So you look at your multiplication tables again. So, like this one exactly. 9 times 2 is 18. So you know that that's perfect, so you can use that. So it's going to be a 2. You can fit 2 9s into 18. So you do 2 times 9 is 18. You subtract it, and then you're left with 0. So now you can say that 288 students So you're dividing 288 students between 32 buses. So you want, so you put 288 students into 32 buses. So, I'm sorry, into nine. I was getting ahead of myself there. So 9 buses. So you can get 32 students per bus. So that's the answer. You guys have any questions?
How to get
The bat, or you guys good? I'm gonna go ahead and do the next question, which is probably gonna be the last one. Here. It's another word problem for long division. So I'm gonna go read it, and I'm gonna give you guys 2 minutes to try to solve it, and then we can go through it together. So Joe is going to the movies with his 3 friends. They bought 4 tickets, 4 popcorn, and 4 drinks. They paid $104 in total. How much did each person pay? So I'm going to give you a hint. You won't have any remainders for this one. Joe and his friends are all going to pay the same amount, no remainders. And then another hint is you want to try to find your big numbers and dividends, whatever you're trying to divide into Joe and his friends. And so your divisor, the smaller number, is going to be Joe and his friends. So it's going to be 1 person with 3, 4. That's just fun. Yeah, I'm going to give you 2 minutes to solve it, and then you can try to solve it together. Another 30 seconds, and then we'll try to solve it together. Okay, let's go through it together. So we're saying that Joe and his friends, so Joe, so 3 friends, and 4 people, right? Which is why they're getting 4 tickets and 4 popcorn and 4 drinks. So actually this sentence is kind of just like a tricky thing. So that's not even really a part of your long division process for this one. So don't just take whatever number you see. You have to make sure that you understand the problem. You know what you're trying to divide, the big number is dividend is, and what your divisor is when you're trying to like put it into small group cells. So in this case, the dividend is $104. So since that's the total amount that they had to pay to get their ticket, popcorn, and drinks. And then you have to divide that total cost between 4 people, which is Joe and his 3 friends. Because, 4 people are going to see the movie, 4 people are going to eat popcorn and drink. They have to divide it by 4. So you go ahead and take your dividend, the big number, $104, put it inside your box. That's 104. Inside your box, and then put in the dividend, which is 4 in this case, because it's Joe and his 3 friends. Would be 4. And then you look at the first number in the box closest to your divisor, like 1. So 1 is smaller than 4. You can't put any 4 into 1. So now you have to look at the next number right next to it, 0. So now you have 10 as your base number, and that's bigger than 4. So you put in your imaginary line here. And so you go ahead and start your multiplication table again. So here on the side, I'm going to do 4 times 1 is 4. 4 times 2 is 8. 4 times 3 is 12. So one thing is something that's bigger than what's inside your box. I'm going to stop because I know that that's not right. I have to go somewhere below that. So in this case, I'm going to go to the one closest to it, which is 8, which tells me I can put 2 4s into my 10. So that's a 2. So you do your long multiplication here again. So you do 2 times 4 is 8. And then you subtract it from whatever is in your big box. So you do 10 minus 8, you're left with 2. So now can you fit any 4 into 2? You can't, so that's smaller. So now you have to go and bring down this 4 again, the one that you left out earlier. So you bring it down, and now you have 24. So how many 4s can you fit into 24? So you go ahead and continue this multiplication table. So you do 4 times 4 is 16. 4 times 5 is 20. 4 times 6 is 24, which we're looking for 24, so that's perfect. So you do 6 times 4, 24, and then you subtract it, you're left with 0. So you're dividing $104 between 4 people. Between 4 people, which is Joe and his friends. And so now you can say that each person pays $26. So that's what you got. So everyone pays, so Joe and his friends all pay $26 each. So yeah, if you have any questions, you can ask them now. Otherwise, we can wait until the next week for the other session. Okay. Thank you guys. See you next week. Bye.
Thank you all for joining us today for our session. We had the We had the 5th and 6th graders at 4 p.m. Central Time, and we had the 3rd and 4th graders at 5 p.m. Central Time. So we really appreciate you joining us today for these sessions. We're going to have the sessions again next week, and follow us on our YouTube channel, on our Facebook page. We'll be posting the subsequent sessions. And for those that don't feel comfortable in a group setting, we have other types of sessions available to you. We have the one-on-one session, which is going to be just you and your tutor one-on-one. We have semi-private also, which is going to be you and maybe one or two other students learning together, learning exactly the same thing. So if you find those sessions more appealing to you, feel free to reach out to us, mathis.com, info@mathis.com, or you can call any of the numbers that you see in this ad, and we'll be glad to help you. Don't forget that if you sign up today, you will be given a discount, an instant discount. Feel free to take advantage of these offers that we have for you. And if you have any questions, you can always ask us. Let us know what your thoughts are about this session today. If you have any feedback for us, let us know, so we can always find ways to improve and give you a better product or something that you find more relevant to what you're looking for. We want to make sure that we want this to be a session that you can rely on for your school needs. So we really appreciate you joining us today, and have a blessed evening. We will have some other sessions tomorrow. We will send out some information on that, most likely in the morning tomorrow. It will be at 4 p.m. Central Time as well. And all our sessions, because of the school session starting up, all our sessions are going to be at 4 p.m. Central Time, and most likely 4 p.m. and 5 p.m. on days that we have two sessions. On days that we have just one session, most likely will be 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. So thank you again for your time, and we appreciate your support and appreciate you coming to learn with us. Have a wonderful evening, and catch up with you again soon.